George, let me ask you this question because I love your thoughts on this kind of stuff. If Tennessee goes unscathed except for they lose to Georgia, that's their only loss, and it's a great game. It's a close game. They lose
3
on a
points.
last-second field goal, right?
Yeah.
Hendon Hooker goes off. It's like the game tonight, except for it goes Georgia's way. Georgia goes to the SEC title game, and Bryce Young takes them down. Who goes? That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah, all three have a loss to each other.
Who do you put in?
Well, you're going to get 2, in my opinion. You're going to get 2 because at that point, they're all in the top 5 or 6.
Who's the odd man out?
I asked that wrong. You did ask that wrong. Georgia goes to the title game, obviously, because they beat Tennessee, but Georgia beats Alabama. So now Alabama has
by 10. They beat them by 10.
Oh, and Tennessee beat Georgia.
Yes. Do you put Tennessee and Georgia from the same side of the conference?
Georgia beats Tennessee by 3. And then Tennessee, and then obviously Tennessee's not going to represent the East in the SEC championship game. And then Georgia waltzes into the SEC championship game against an Alabama team who presumably runs the West. And they beat this Alabama team by 10 points.
That's it.
So they all 3 have a loss to each other.
So they all 3 have a loss kind of to each other, yes.
Alabama
would have 2.
The point is, do you put Tennessee in over a Clemson at that point? Georgia's in. Georgia wins the SEC. Georgia's in. They're unscathed. Do you put Tennessee in as a 1-loss, non-conference East team?
Yeah, non-conference championship representative.
Over a potential UCLA or Clemson or so on and so forth.
Not if UCLA and Clemson are undefeated.
George.
No. You got to go with
Georgia.
You got to go with an undefeated conference champ, even though that conference is not Jurassic Park level. If UCLA is an undefeated conference champ, then the road is clear. Same for Clemson. If Clemson's a champ with a loss or UCLA is a champ with a loss, to me, they're just susceptible to be weighing the same thing as Tennessee. And Tennessee will have 2 of the biggest wins in college football. The Vols hot
the same season.
Same season. And Hack, what they're going to say is, well, hell, if we put Clemson and Tennessee in the same field right now, and definitely Tennessee and UCLA, what are we talking about? They beat the 2 monsters, the only 2 teams that we've even named, the Roman Army and the White Walkers.
Toe-to-toe with them.
The toe-to-toe with them.
They split with them. They split with them, but everything's within a field goal, basically.
Now, what would be interesting is if Alabama ran the table all the way out and Tennessee, undefeated, lost to Georgia, and then
Georgia lost to Alabama, like you said.
Georgia lost to Alabama, and they all have a loss. Now we're into something.
We're dropping our merch. We got to start calling Underwood Daddy Brad. But I'm a big pod guy.
Breaking news. The Field of 68 has an online store, and it's your one-stop shop for the latest and greatest merch in college basketball and college football. You can find shirts to support your favorite team, make fun of your rival team, or boast Field of 68 catchphrases like Daddy Brad, Cussin' and Discussin', and the Star Heels. Go to www.fieldof68.shop today and enter promo code TOUCHDOWN for 20% off at checkout.